I slid into the chair, glass sweating in my hand, and froze. Under the table, her hand was tracing his line. Her boss, my wife. The sharp click of my jaw nearly cracked the ice in my drink. She didn't notice me at first, too busy playing a dangerous game. But then our eyes met. Her smile faltered. Her fingers froze. One move, I thought, and your lover will lose his balls. I leaned back, calm, but every muscle was ready to strike. Slowly, I slid the divorce papers across the table. We had history, real history. 10 years, 3 apartments, a dog, too many inside jokes to count. I loved her. I trusted her. I would have walked through fire for her. And yet here she was, choosing someone else's touch over mine. Not just anyone, her boss, a man who thought his power extended into my life. The betrayal cut clean, precise, deeper than a blade. Because it wasn't just physical, it was a declaration. She had already stopped caring. It didn't start at the work party. The signs were there, subtle and poisonous. Late nights that smelled of perfume, sudden hushes when I entered a room, text notifications disappearing from her phone like smoke. At first, I told myself I was paranoid, but paranoia turns to clarity when you pay attention. When I saw the way her fingers lingered on his wrist that day in the office kitchen, I knew. That was the last piece. I didn't confront her immediately, no. I watched, I cataloged. Every meeting, every casual glance, every whispered laugh, it all went into my memory like data points. I took photos, recorded messages, tracked the emails she thought she'd deleted. I learned patience, the kind only a man burning slowly can master. I set our finances in order, cleaned every corner of my legal standing, ready for a single, clean strike. And the strike came that night. The party was loud, the air heavy with perfume and fake laughter. I sat at the head of the table, composed, glass in hand. Smile polite, almost innocent. The way they laughed, the way she bent under the table, oblivious. I counted the seconds. Then I moved, slow, deliberate. My eyes met hers, and the change was instantaneous. She saw it, my calm fury, the weight behind every heartbeat. I slid the papers across the table, my fingers barely brushing the envelope. Silence fell, thicker than the music. Her hand twitched. His hand froze. Her expression crumpled, shock replacing the careless joy. "You're going to choose, right now," I said, voice smooth, quiet but cutting. "One move, and he loses everything. I mean everything." Her mouth opened. No words came. He stammered, a pitiful thing, too aware that his position was gone, exposed. She realized then that the game was over, that the thrill of conquest was nothing compared to the ruin I had meticulously prepared. It was exquisite, watching them falter, watching the mask crack, watching her arrogance bleed into panic. I didn't yell, I didn't accuse, I didn't even cry. I had already grieved. I had already planned. Revenge is not chaos. It is precise. By the time the night ended, I had walked away with more than satisfaction. I had my freedom, my dignity, and the knowledge that she would never look at me, or him, the same way again. Their whispers followed me out, sharp and brittle in the cool night air. Later, alone in the car, I let myself breathe. The weight lifted, replaced with clarity. The betrayal no longer hurt. It fueled me. I thought of the years I had invested, the trust I had extended, and how I had turned every ounce of that into strategy. The game had ended, and I had won. There's a cold joy in seeing the pieces fall exactly where you predicted, in watching arrogance meet consequence, in turning love into leverage. I did not need to scream. I did not need to beg for attention. My silence, my patience, my calculated moves spoke louder than any confrontation ever could. And her face, the moment she realized I wasn't the fool she had underestimated, haunted me. Not with anger, but with satisfaction. She knew. Everyone at that table knew. Power shifted quietly, almost invisibly, but unmistakably. I drove home alone, windows down, city lights painting lines across my face. For the first time in months, I felt light, clean. I could remember love without regret, betrayal without bitterness. The past was a closed door, the future a road of my own making. I filed the papers the next morning. He lost his job. She lost her respect. I lost nothing but the illusion that she would ever be mine again. Justice isn't loud. It's precise. It's patient. It waits. It calculates. And when the moment comes, it strikes in a way that leaves no doubt, no misinterpretation, no loophole. I sip my coffee, quiet, deliberate. A man can only forgive himself for loving too well, but I can never forgive fools for thinking they outsmarted me. And that's the last time I ever thought of them.